Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Kalpesh Patel. I'm your host tonight for this awesome 30-minute exchange of golden nuggets that I hope will inspire you like they have inspired hundreds of thousands of people all over the world already. And so if you're brand new here for the very first time, then congratulations and welcome. Your friend that invited you here wants you to benefit from exactly the same information that they saw maybe a few days, a few weeks ago, maybe even a few months ago. And ever since they've seen this, they've probably had a few sleepless nights, which may happen to you as well. You never know. If you're somebody that's a seeker, if you're somebody that's a dreamer, if you're somebody that knows there's more potential inside of you that you haven't tapped into, then the next 30 minutes is going to be really perfect for you and will answer many of your questions, perhaps, that you might be looking for answers to. So they want to make a difference, simple as that. The reason they invited you today is because they saw something amazing. They want to share that amazingness with you. And I hope that this short session will do exactly that. At the end of this half-an-hour presentation, we will be open for questions, and also you'll hear from stories of real-life people around the world that are taking advantage of this information to build their future. So let's get started. And the first slide is all about our income disclaimer. So if we just get all on the same page, it simply says that all opportunities involve risk. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not an investment advisor. What I am is a passionate entrepreneur that loves making a difference. And I'm going to share information that's made a massive difference in my life and in the lives of all of my friends and all of my family. We have retired people because of this information within the last 18 months all over the world. So if you like the idea of retiring early, then you're at the right place today. So to get the most of the next half an hour, really, the best way to do that is to pay attention, right? Just be here, be present, so that you can receive everything fully. We live in a time when everyone's so distracted that, 1 minute they're here and then they're watching their messengers and then they're answering the door to the Amazon delivery person and they miss half of what's going on around them. This half an hour could transform your financial trajectory forever. Please be here and stay focused. Secondly, listen from the place of how can this help you? Be selfish. It's okay. What's in it for you? And then thirdly, have fun. Like enjoy the information exchange. Be open to a life-changing opportunity. All right. And then you'll thank the person that invited you here after the Zoom for sure. So while we're talking about money, did you know that 95% of people retire broke? When I first learned this, I was shocked, and that was 25 years ago. And I'm just as shocked today when I share that information as I was when I first heard it all that time ago. And so then the question has to be, if 95% of people on the planet are producing that result, then are you planning on doing the same thing? Like, are you like going through life going, I can't wait to do what everyone else does. I can't wait to do what everyone else does. I can't wait to retire broke. And if that's not your daily mantra, if that's not your affirmation, if that's not what you're doing, then how does that result happen? I've never met the human being that says that. I've never met anyone on this planet. I've met hundreds of thousands of people around the world. I've never met any one of them that says that I can't wait to retire broke. No, they're all out to have a better life. They're all out making their future better. And yet that's the result. So then you've got to wonder, like, who doesn't produce that result? Well, it's the people that do something different. Like, did you make money from any of the opportunities in your lifetime? Like property booms, gold prices going through the roof, stocks, shares, telecom deregulation, the internet boom of the 90s, the app boom of the last couple of decades, crypto in the last decade. Did you take advantage of any of this huge selection of opportunities? And there's so much more. The list goes on and on and on. I'm just going to talk about these few kind of points, just as a point, making the point that the world doesn't lack opportunities. It lacks awareness. And so if you didn't take advantage, just have a look. What were you up to in all of these things where people made fortunes? What were you doing? And it might answer a few questions, right? So here's the thing. A multi-trillion-dollar trend is happening right now. The world's biggest wealth transfer, money moving from one economy to another economy, more money than ever before is moving into a certain direction right now. And if we made you aware of that, are you going to take action? Are you going to do something about it? Or are you going to let another opportunity pass you by? because that's all that happens in life. People take advantage of opportunities and people miss opportunities. That's how the dynamics of success works. All right. Just study successful people and you will see that they are willing to fail to succeed. And literally, failure is the route to success. And if that's understood, then why wouldn't you want to go out there and learn what are successful people doing? What can you do to take your life to the next level? All right. So while this huge multi-trillion-dollar trend is happening, most people are sleeping while some are making millions. The trend, blockchain and decentralized finance. That's right. You can get in on the biggest trend of our lifetimes right now. You might have heard of the word blockchain, but maybe not fully engaged into what it does for the world. More likely you've heard of Bitcoin, right? That's one tiny slice of the blockchain revolution. And blockchain as a technology, many say, is bigger than the internet. Oh my goodness. If you knew what you know now about the internet, would you have taken more advantage of the opportunities within it over the last 2.5 to 3 decades? A classic story. People don't realize when I say Amazon, $1 trillion company, most people think Amazon last couple of decades. No, Amazon started in 1994. That's right. Most people think it happened in the 2000s. No, that started way before. So there's a phase of every trend where nobody knows about it. And then suddenly mass awareness kicks in. Mass awareness for the internet really kicked in the late 90s when email was discovered, all right? And so it took 6, 7, 8 years before people woke up to it. Facebook didn't even come out until 2003. The public didn't even start accessing it till 2007, just to create some context, right? So blockchain started in 2009 and has created fortunes for many already. The money conversation has been on the tips of everybody's tongues for hundreds of years. And there's always been this divide of people that have money and people that don't have money, people that have plenty and people that are always struggling to get some. And so, understand the dynamics. There's plenty of money always, maybe just not where you are, right? For example, if you're a checkout person, like a counter of a supermarket, chances are there's not much money in that space anymore. I went to a supermarket a couple of days ago to get myself some bits and pieces, and I noticed there was a long line of tills, around 20 or 30 tills, and only 2 of them were occupied by human beings checking people's groceries out. The rest of them were all empty. And then there was another section where you did your own checkout, and that was packed. So there were hardly any people queuing up for those 2 people, and everybody was queuing up to check themselves out quickly and efficiently. So the world changes quick. If you're in the old space, you're not going to make money checking out, applying for jobs, saying, hey, can I be at the till of your supermarket? No vacancies left. So if you're not moving with the times, you do get left behind. Money has been decentralized for 12 years, 2009 till now. $2.7 trillion has already moved into this space of blockchain. And only 3% of people have taken advantage of that move. It's created millionaires and billionaires all over the world. This is a short window now. Momentum has kicked in. 1.7 trillion of that 2.7 trillion has happened in the last 2 years. Wow. It took a decade to get to $1 trillion and just 2 years to get to almost 3 trillion. That means momentum has started. Money has started flooding into the industry. That means that the 3% that are in is going to rapidly increase to 5%, 10%, 15, 20% over the next 3 to 5 years. The bulk of wealth creation will happen in a concentrated time frame, and that's this window that we're in right now. It's the perfect slot, the perfect zone in wealth creation. So we want to talk about Hypertech Group. This is the world's biggest and strongest blockchain group. Oh my goodness. Think about this, what I'm saying. Tens of trillions of dollars flooding into this huge industry. And there's a company within that huge industry, which is already a very, if you like, I won't say some mature industry, but as far as acceptance goes, there are thousands of companies in this space now. And Hypertech Group is the biggest group out of all those thousands and thousands of companies. That's exciting. And you have an opportunity to today partner with Hypertech Group and take advantage of their brand, of their success, of their stability. That's what's going on here today. By the way, blockchain, if you're new to that word, if you're new to that conversation, it's the technology that people say is more powerful than the internet. And the reason is It's all about bringing trust and transparency into all communication, conversations, contracts, agreements, etc. Can you imagine governments around the world having trust and transparency as the basis of the technologies that they use? Can you imagine business owners, Fortune 500 CEOs, FTSE 100 CEOs? Can you imagine all of the biggest corporations, pharmaceuticals? Oh my goodness. Can you imagine that these organizations had transparency and trust as the foundation of their technology? They've all resisted, they've kicked and screamed, they've poo-pooed it for over a decade. But now in the last couple of years, they can no longer do that because the public has awakened to the power of this technology, and the public is demanding that this technology be implemented by using it. We are now going to companies that offer this technology for our services. So the more we do that, the more the momentum kicks in. Somebody that saw the vision 11, 12 years ago is Ryan Zhu. 2009, he read about this industry, he got involved. Today, he's one of the biggest flag flyers, the biggest advocates of the industry. He spent the last 12 years 100% laser focused. Listen for the clues. Successful people focus. That's right. Ryan Zhu has been focused 100% on bringing blockchain to the world for the last 12 years. And today, he's one of the 4 biggest miners of Bitcoin in the world. Bitcoin is the biggest brand in the space. Everybody's heard about it. Maybe not everybody understands it. It's modern money. It's new money, cryptocurrency. And Bitcoin has established itself as an asset, if you like, within this space. And Ryan spotted all of these potentials and possibilities all that time ago. Ryan Zhu owns some of the most successful cryptocurrency projects in the world. He's also the founder of some of the most solid projects in the world. Hypercash, HyperDAO, Molecular of the Future are Ryan Zhu's companies. He has helped companies like Nem and Tron become multi-billion-dollar companies in their own right. He's funded multi-billion-dollar projects such as Ethereum, Tether, Monero, Ripple, Bitcoin Cash, and many, many others. He's helped companies get listed on stock exchanges around the world. That's right. He's the pioneer that was knocking on the doors of governments, knocking on the doors of regulators for the last decade, saying, hey, blockchain is here, it's here to stay, and you guys need to listen, stand up, and understand how it affects the world so that you can embrace it and allow the public to benefit. They called him names, they poo-pooed everything he said for years, and eventually, finally, they surrendered and started letting him list companies on stock exchanges. The world's biggest angel investment company in the blockchain space belongs to who? Ryan Zhu. That's right. He owns Collinstar Capital, which has funded projects like ZB.com, OKX, Binance, and many, many others. He owns BW.com, one of the big exchanges and one of the biggest mining companies in the world. He owns Who Exchange, which does between $500 million and $1 billion a day. That's right. You heard that right. Ryan Zhu has got access to the kind of numbers that we in the normal world only ever see when we're taking somebody's phone number down. He sees that in his bank account all over the place. All right. So a very well established, very well respected individual that is known as the king of blockchain since 2009. For me, when you enter this space, credibility is key. And this guy has just that. So does Ryan Zhu's business partner, Sam Lee, who is our chairman. Sam Lee is a very famous, well-known speaker on the blockchain circuit. He gets invited to all big conventions as a keynote speaker. He has been speaking about blockchain since 2011, when he started doing meetups in Melbourne, in Australia, and nobody knew what blockchain was, and he was ranting and raving about how this was the best thing that ever happened on the planet. He made his fortune arbitraging cryptocurrency, making 30-40% a month, every month, for that initial period, those early years, and that's where he made his billions. He's known as the crown prince of blockchain in Australia. Together, Ryan Zhu and Sam Lee set up Blockchain Global. They've opened up blockchain centers all over the world, teaching people about blockchain and crypto for free, schools that the public can walk in and learn about the future. Sam has spoken on various platforms such as the World Economic Forum and the United Nations. He's been seen as a commentator and a guest on channels like CNN consistently, BBC, Bloomberg, Forbes, etc., etc. And clients of theirs include Amazon, Microsoft, and other Fortune 500 companies. So again, you know, if I was ever going to partner with anybody in an industry, I'd want to partner with people like this that proven themselves over a sustainable period of time. So they started their journey as partners in 2014, where they opened up Blockchain Global. They pumped $300 million of their own money into dozens of projects which today are known globally and are successful. They work with governments and Fortune 500 companies with offices all over the world. They've just opened a brand new office in Dubai. So they've moved their, if you like, corporate global center office into Dubai. Big reason for that. They're partnering with the royal family in Dubai to launch the world's biggest solar mining farm. Oh my goodness, there's a big event in December around that. Make sure you attend that if you're able to, and you'll see us all there. Collinstar Capital, Ryan Zhu set up in 2015 with $400 million of his own money. So that was a fund, if you like, a funding company, a VC company like Dragon's Den, like Shark Tank. Think of that. Think of Ryan Zhu. He looks for blockchain projects, funds them, and he's funded over 300 of them. Some of them today are the biggest projects in the planet. Some of the biggest exchanges funded by Ryan Zhu. Some of the biggest cryptos funded by Ryan Zhu. He also opened up another project called Hypercash. This is a cryptocurrency, an asset-backed token, where $50 million went into a project focused on quantum resistant security. I hadn't even heard of that phrase till I found this company. And I thought, what is quantum resistant security? And then I found out it's also quantum computers. Have you even looked at what they look like? Quantum computers are here. IBM owns most of them. Ryan Zhu partnered with IBM to solve that problem of security in that space. Quantum computers are thousands of times more powerful than the most powerful supercomputers that we use in the world today. The world is about to go through massive transformation in the next few years, and Ryan Zhu is at the absolute cutting edge of all of those conversations. So Australia's version of NASA has coined Hypercash, the world's most advanced patented blockchain project. If that doesn't give you a clue that these guys know what they're doing, then nothing's going to give you a clue. In 2017, Ryan Zhu purchased a company for $100 million. That's BW.com, one of the biggest mining companies in the world. They've mined over $20 billion of cryptocurrencies in just 3.5 years. Wow. So when you look at that, I want to ask you a question. When this level of credibility lands on your doorstep, when you get a knock on the door that says, hey, would you like to improve your financial circumstances? Would you like to add an extra 0 or 2 or 3 or 4, 5 or 6 even, or maybe even 7 into your bank balance? Then we're happy to help you. If you want any of those things, we're happy to help you do it. Would you say yes or no? These guys are looking for entrepreneurs. They're looking for partners. They're looking for people that are visionary and ready to take their lives to the next level, as many already have around the world. They also own HyperBC, the world's biggest blockchain bank. Go ahead and download the app on your phone immediately. Take advantage. Already have in the last 3 years. Anywhere in the world, you can download the app and have a bank account in the blockchain space. In 2020, they launched Hyperpay. Hyperpay is a beautiful app where you can literally download the app as well. I advise everybody should. There's over 1,000 people watching this. There's 1,000 in Zoom already. It's maxed out. And there's, I don't know how many hundreds more, maybe thousands more on YouTube watching this video live right now around the world. And all of you should download Hyperpay. Why? Because you're going to pick up staking rewards on your crypto. When you park cryptocurrency in this wallet, it beats any bank on the planet. See, I had money in my bank sitting there collecting 0.1% a year when I saw this. And today, I just put everything I've got in crypto because crypto is just magical. Look at the numbers. 17% a year on your Bitcoin just for sitting there. If you like your money stable, Tether is a stable cryptocurrency pegged to the dollar, 10% a year. Wow. Solidified. MasterCard loves this group so much, they gave us a $10,000 a day debit card. Visa loves us so much, they gave us a $50,000 a day debit card. My friends, you've never seen anything like this. I know that because Visa has never given anybody a $50,000 a day debit card in the blockchain space, to my knowledge. Always got to say that, to my knowledge. So when you see something like this, you have to see beyond your own negativity. You have to see beyond your own small opinions and see a bigger picture and say, hold on, this is happening. Whether I Whether I acknowledge it or not, it's happening with or without me. So then it might as well happen with you, right? Why not take advantage? And that's all we're talking about here. They say success leaves clues. There are more clues on this platform than you could ever ask for. This is all documented. These aren't airy-fairy stories. Facts, facts, and more facts. Ryan Zhu and Sam Lee know this space better than anybody else, have dominated this space consistently for 7 years in a row, are in pole position, and are literally paving the way for the world to benefit from trust and transparency. So they've got tons of money, more money than the biggest brands that we know of in the media. They're just out of sight, all right? They're in a space that hasn't got much attention. That's all. These are your future Jeff Bezos's. These are your future Steve Jobs's, Richard Branson's, Elon Musk's. These are those guys in the blockchain space. So why do they need us? Well, like any great company, they've got vision, they've got huge success, they've got money, they've got technology, but what they're lacking still is customers. And what they want is they want to build an army of entrepreneurs around the world that can see the vision of blockchain and cryptocurrency, that can see the power of a community coming together, collective consciousness. Imagine building a community of hundreds of thousands of people. Oh, hold on a second. We've already done that. Imagine expanding that community to millions of people around the world who then say yes together, march together to the same beat, sing to the same song. Can you imagine the ripple effect of that, the impact of that on the planet? That's what we're up to. These guys are building an ecosystem. They've already delivered more than half of it. We've got our own mall already out there. Mars Mall is a crypto-based mall built on blockchain. We've already got our own mining platform, again, exclusive to our members only, a members only benefit. You get to mine Filecoin, one of the biggest projects to come out in the crypto and blockchain space in the last few years. And we mine that coin if you're in the community. So get into the community and take advantage of these benefits. So if you like the idea of joining this community, then you will be a part of Hyperfund Global. This is an arm of Hypertech Group that is super successful. And we're building this community out first. That's phase one. Phase two will be to bring 30 million customers into that ecosystem. So we want people to download the Hyperbanking app. We want people to download the Hyperpay app. We want customers to come to our Mars Mall. We want people to use all of our products and services. And when we've got 30 million customers, boom, the company gets to do the world's biggest blockchain IPO. They want to list this whole thing on the Hong Kong Stock Exchange for billions and billions of dollars. And the community, those of us that are getting into phase one, helping to build this project out, will have an opportunity to participate in that IPO at pre-IPO prices based on performance. So the more you help expand the word of everything we do, the bigger your stake in the IPO. So get excited, guys and girls. This opportunity is far bigger than anything anyone has ever offered you. And I can say that with confidence because I've been in the direct selling space my whole life, 25 years full-time, and I've never seen anything like this. It's so beautifully put together. When you catch this vision, you're not going to sleep ever again, all right? Except for when you're really worn out and you just got to get a few hours here and there just to keep going. But that's this, you get hyper infected, all right? So there's three benefits when you sign up to this community. Number one, education. Mars Academy is going to give you world-class education on what is blockchain, what is cryptocurrency, which are the areas that are going to impact the people the most, what are we looking out for? So they guide us, updated articles, updated education for beginners, for intermediates, and for advanced level blockchain enthusiasts, all coming into that library every day. Second benefit, they give us a heads up on fantastic projects in the world that have the potential to go through the roof. I've been with this company since February 2020. That's 18 months. This is month 19 for me. And during that time, they've shown or spotlighted 8 different projects to the community. I've taken advantage of all 8 projects, and all of them are multiplied, tripled, quadrupled, 10x, 20x, 30x, within just a few months of me hearing about it from them. So that's another great side dish. But the one everybody loves is number 3. where you as a member of the community will receive passive rewards, a gift every day that is worth between 0.5% and 1% of the value of your membership purchase. Just like when you buy an Amex card, you can buy different kinds of Amex cards for different amounts of money. Some of them cost 1,000 a year, a couple of thousand a year, 5,000 a year, 10,000 a year. You can literally scale yourself up with Amex and spend a ton of money buying their fancy colored cards. And then they give you loads of benefits as a result, gifts, points, access to lounges, etc. Similarly here, when you sign up, the minimum entry is 300 Tether. If you've never heard of Tether, it is the third biggest cryptocurrency in the world after Bitcoin and Ethereum. And it's pegged to the dollar. So you can buy 1 Tether for $1 on most exchanges on the planet. And so you go out and you buy 300 Tether, you buy your membership with the company, and boom, there's no other monthly fees, no hidden costs, no agenda anywhere other than getting to the community, no force upgrades, no tricks. It's the purest thing you're ever going to see. You get into the community and you're going to get that 300 back as a gift, as a thank you, every day at the rate of 0.5% to 1%. So within about 200 days or less, you've got your membership back. How about that? So you come in today and within 6.5 months, you've already got your 300 back. Is that cool? Now, it doesn't stop there. The company continues giving you that membership benefit until you have doubled the value of your purchase, which means that if you purchase 300 units, you're going to get 600 back. If you bought 10,000 today, you're going to get 20,000 back. We've got people that come and buy 100,000, 500,000, even 1 million Tether worth of membership packages here. And as a result, they get double whatever they've started with. But there's a promotion on right now, and that is 3x. So here, whatever you start with, you're going to get 3 times back. So if I just give you a very simple example, if you started with 10K, for example, today, you would receive 50 units a day, every single day that you can withdraw every day. All right. That's 1,500 a month, which you can literally take your units and cash them out. All right. So you cash them out into crypto and you can move them onto your Hyper card, your Visa card or your MasterCard, and you can spend your rewards in the shops. And the shops receive cash in local currency anywhere in the world. Are you in? People have transformed the way that they relate to money as a result of joining this company. People have transformed the way that their whole financial situation in life works as a result of saying yes to this organization. Now, the question then has to be, can they really produce 0.5% a day every day? And the answer is an absolute resounding yes. Here are just some of the projects that they backed. Collinstar Capital, their project returns. Look at this. They backed Qtum and produced 19,000% profit. Eternity, 12,000% profit. Don't forget, we're talking about 3x, which is 300%, right? Just to put it into context. Humanique, 1,000%. Bytum, 3,000%. So you can just carry on looking at all of the numbers down here and see that for them to produce 300% is not only doable, they can do that in their sleep. These are just some of the projects that we're talking about. They also mine. They do loads of different stuff, right? They're vertically integrated and they're horizontally integrated into the entire blockchain space. Mining is something they do better than most people on the planet. They're one of the big 4 in the world. BW.com is what Ryan Zhu purchased for 100 million cash. They account between these 4 companies for 60% of all of the Bitcoins mined every day. Just let that simmer for a second. More than half of every Bitcoin that's manufactured on the planet is manufactured by 4 companies, of which BW.com is one. Look at their holding. And this is an old slide, right? I've been using this for about 8 months now, 7-8 months. So, that could well be 3.5 years was these numbers. Then, this could easily have increased by a third, given, what they're up to in the world. So you get my point, right? These guys are the real deal. So we're dealing with crypto whales. They are known whales, all right? Whales are those people that own so much stock of crypto that when they buy or sell, they move the markets. And when they move the markets, they trade those movements. It's as simple as that. It's no big secret. Everyone in the crypto space knows that's how the market works. And so I would rather be on the side of the whales than trying to bet against the whales. All right. So a little bit of common sense advice. If you want to trade, by all means, go ahead. But the laws of the universe say the house always wins. And so the whales will always win. So I'd rather partner with them than try and go against them by trading. All right. So these guys know how to create thousands of percent a year. Can they do 0.5% a day for you? 180% a year with their eyes closed. All right. So that's the security you've got, is in the strength of their history. This isn't a one day, someday conversation. These guys have been doing this for years already. All right. To get to know our founder, you can meet him on Amazon Prime. That's right. You can log into Amazon Prime and look up Next Blockchain. And it's a 6-part series that tells you all about the industry of blockchain, where it started, where is it today. But the best part, episode 6 in particular, is called The Players. And in this episode, you will hear Ryan Ju's story from start to 2019, how he went from 2009 to 2019, that decade of ups, downs, swings, roundabouts, and how he ended up being the king of the industry. So I recommend you watch that. Again, if you can't get hold of it on in your country on Amazon Prime, or if you don't have Amazon Prime, then you got to get a copy from your inviter. We have a recorded version that you can watch. All right. Very important at this stage for me to request that you do not get this mixed up with some dodgy deals that you've bumped into out there. All right. And there are a lot of them. I call them Billy Bob deals. All right. There's always a Billy Bob somewhere that has a bright idea. We all do. I have them as well. Everyone has bright ideas. But you know what? Here's what I've learned in my 52 years on planet Earth. Most bright ideas go dim before they get bright. All right. And so just know that most things fail. Most ideas that are thought about, most businesses that are launched, the vast majority end up in the graveyard of failure. And so I like following success. All right. Here we have a due diligence document that's available to everybody. It's available to the whole world to go in and find out who is Ryan Ju, who is Sam Lee, who are their partners, who have they helped, what have they done. Everything is available so you can see their history and check them out. And once you've seen who they are, you will sleep well at night knowing that you've made the best business decision of your lifetime with this company. All right. So like I said, don't confuse this with anything that you might have seen or experienced in any previous part of your life. This is not that. So we invite all of you to join us today, as most people do. Your next step is simple. Reach out to the person that invited you and sign up with them. Secondly, watch that documentary on the due diligence. It's all available. There are 2 PDFs that will be made available to you. And in those 2 PDFs, you'll get all of the due diligence. One is full of videos of Ryan and Sam, and the other one's full of documentation on the different things that they've done in the world. And step number 3, just sit back and enjoy your passive reward. Let this company do the hard work for you. What I love about this is you don't have to be a blockchain expert. You don't have to be a trading expert. You don't have to be a mining expert. You don't have to be an investment expert. You don't have to be any of those things. All you've got to do is become a passionate entrepreneur that shares about the vision and let these guys take care of business. But hold on a second. There's more. Yep, that's right. What I've shared with you so far is the credibility, the solidity, the transparency of who these guys are and how you can partner with them and pick up a passive 0.5 to 1% a day, 15 to 30% a month until you've 3x'd your current membership purchase. But the more is where it gets really, really exciting. If you help us grow the community, and this is totally optional, but highly recommended. If you help us grow the community, and that's what I did. I decided to come in and take advantage of the passive, of course, but also I decided to grow the community. As a result, I went mad meaning I went making a difference. And I shared this with all of the entrepreneurs that I know. And the ones that said yes are laughing today. All of my friends that signed up with me way back then, 1.5 years ago, today are just transforming their financial future, right? There's 3-figure a day earners, 4-figure a day earners, and 5-figure a day earners. I've got friends here doing ridiculous things. So it's just awesome to see that we're all rising together. Yeah, and we're making a bigger difference on the planet together. So here's how this works. You could get signed up today with your friend for just 300 units. All right, that's it. You're in. 300 tether, get your package, 900 coming back to you at the rate of 1.5 units a day, every day for the next 600 days. If you get more than 1.5, then naturally that number comes down. The name of the game is to get 3x back to you. All right. And we want to get it back to you as quickly as possible. So one of the ways that we speed this process up is if you share with others. All right. So do you want to wait 600 days or do you want it back quicker? If you shared this with your friend John, and John came to a Zoom and said, oh my gosh, this is amazing, I'm in, then John might come in for 1,000 units, for example. You will get a 20% match on anyone you refer. So in this scenario, you're going to receive 1 unit a day every day. And so if John's got 3,000 back, you get 600 back, 20% of whatever John receives. It's paid out daily, right? The rewards are given to you on a daily basis, and you can redeem your rewards for cryptocurrencies any day of the week, 7 days a week. The minute you've got 50 or more rewards, boom, you can redeem them. So in this scenario, you're getting 1.5 units a day passive, 1 unit a day because you referred John every day, which means it takes just 360 days for you to triple your initial purchase. Isn't that beautiful? Why wait 600 days when you can get it done in 360 days? Now I have a question for you. Do you only know one person that would love to get a 3x reward in the biggest trend on the planet and the biggest group inside of that trend? You only know one person, or do you know maybe 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6? I don't know. How many people do you think would love to be a part of a revolution and have this kind of an opportunity to multiply their wealth in the hottest space in town? Well, if you know people, do you think they know people? Of course they do. We don't stop at level 1. Our affiliate program goes better. It goes one stage further. If John invites his sister Mary to the Zoom tomorrow, and Mary comes in and signs up under John, John's going to get a 20% match of rewards. You, because Mary lands on your level 2, are going to get a 15% match. All right. All you've got to do is unlock that second level by referring people. So look at this. Mary comes in at 10K, for example, receives 50 units a day every day, and you get a 15% match every day. Add that 7.5 a day to the 2.5 you're already picking up for your own membership and for referring John. You're now on 10 units a day. That's 300 a month because you told John and John told Mary. Boom. You will have tripled your purchase in just 90 days. 300 a month means you break even in month 1. Boom. You're already in profit in month 2 and another profit in month 3. If you want to continue, buy another package. Top up. That is the power of this system. So the name of the game is how quickly do you want to accelerate your rewards? We don't just give you rewards on level 1 or level 2. You can unlock as many levels as you like, up to 20. And how you do that is by referring people. So if you refer 1 person, you'll match them 20%. If you refer 2 people on your first level, then you'll unlock level 2. There could be dozens of people on level 2 because your 2 people go to work. All right. Well, guess what? If you refer 3 people, the company gives you 10% match on level 3, 5% on level 4, 5, and 6, so on and so forth. You can unlock 20 levels of referral matching rewards. You can build an empire here, my friends, and there are people that are doing just that. For those that are more ambitious, for the hungry ones, for the visionaries, for the dreamers amongst us, people that wish they could have the toys that life offers or the security that happens for a few people on the planet where you know the rest of your life is taken care of. If that's you, if you'd like that moment to happen, this moment is now. There are people here today that you'll hear from that have climbed up these ranks and are doing comfortable 5, 6, and even 7 figures a month in this company in just a year and a half, in a short space of time, right? Most of them are producing those results within a year. Imagine a year from now, if you can produce a 5-figure a month, 6-figure a month additional, or even 7-figure a month additional bonus on top of whatever you're doing right now. That's what's available. Sit down with the person who invited you to work that part of the plan out. So listen, let's get yourself in. The passive side is a no-brainer. It's a 300 tether decision. Let's not make it any more than that, right? It's really simple. Do not give this $300,000 decision power. You're not remortgaging your house. You're not selling the family off. No, you are spending on this what you spend on your mobile phone bill every few months. You with me? You spend this on a pair of trainers for your kids oftentimes, right? A weekend away. Like, you know, I've just booked a short trip away. Just now it's 300 a night to stay somewhere, just reasonable, nothing fancy, you know, just a nice, reasonable place. So, you know, let's not over egg this. But here's the thing that's a must. If you've got doubts, if you've got fears, you've got to crush them. Because if your doubts and fear grip you, they will rip you apart. They will hold you back from your own potential. And so crush your doubts, crush your fears. Do not sit in indecision, because indecision is a decision and it keeps you where you are. These kind of thought processes, these mechanisms, skepticism, negativity is why people stay stuck. You've got to break through the mindset barrier. So getting started with integrity is key. Sign up with your inviter. Whoever invited you here today has blessed you. When you understand gratitude, you understand the power of gratitude is reciprocal. When you thank the person that invited you, I'm forever grateful for the friend that invited me. When you thank the person that invited you, that blessing ripples through your life forever. All right. And then meet your team leaders. Get to know the people that are helping you win, however big you want to win. Number two, show up daily. We hold these Zooms 7 days a week, right? Plug in, it's key. If you understand the plug and play system, you have to succeed. It's designed to maximize the odds of success. All you got to do is show up. Consistency and growth are the keys to success. Just show up here every day, and I promise you, you'll get familiar with the language, you'll get familiar with the industry, you'll get familiar with the community. And that's the favorite part of this whole thing. You'll make friends here that you haven't even made in your whole life. The depth of friendship, the camaraderie, the love, the blessings that you'll experience here, second to none. And then invite like-minded people. You must, at this point, a little bit of a warning, avoid the dream stealers, avoid naysayers, avoid the people that I call negatrons, all right? Negatrons are not pink with yellow spots and antennas. They're not aliens. They look like you and I, but they think differently. Everything is negative. Oh, but what if this happens? But what if that happens? Yeah, but this. Yes, but that. There's always some long story, long-winded, boring yawn story as to why you shouldn't progress your life. They will talk you out of progress. They'll talk you out of chasing your dreams. They'll talk you out of doing anything good for yourself because they want you to stay at their level. They found their comfort zone and they hate when people progress beyond that comfort zone. So avoid those kind of people at all costs, all right? Find people that are like you. Find like-minded entrepreneurs, seekers, visionaries, people that make stuff happen, people that take chances, people that change the world. That's what you're looking for. So we have these presentations, as I said, every day, right? 6:30 p.m. Monday to Saturday, UK time, and every Wednesday and Sunday morning at 10:30 a.m. We have an unmissable leadership training every Saturday, 3 p.m. UK time. Everybody shows up there. And then technical trainings for those that are new to blockchain and crypto every Saturday, Sunday, and Thursday at different times. All right. So, plug yourself in, show up as often as possible, and allow the system to work for you. If you show up and you share, you will succeed. That's it. Simple, simple, simple. They say we rise by lifting others. I hope we've lifted you today. Your friend was lifted by somebody and now they want to lift others. That's all that's happening here. Do not slap their hand away by mistake, because the only person that will not benefit is the person that has that mindset. So rather grab their hand with both of yours. Say, thank you for showing me. I don't fully understand everything, but I've got enough of a vibe to say, do you know what? I want to lock arms with you and I want to do something special with you. I want to ride this journey with you. This part of my life, I want to spend with you, progressing both of our lives. That's the mindset that I'd love to hear from you about. So with